What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and you're watching Flake Garage, and today we're gonna have a truck we have not had on the channel yet, and that is my dad's 01 Toyota Tacoma. He got this truck a little while back and he's done a couple mods to it, but because he lives kind of far from me, we haven't had a lot of videos on it. But today we're gonna change that because we're gonna add a brand new set of Auxito headlights to this truck. Big shout out to the guys at Auxito LED. They've been working with us for quite some time now. We have a lot of their products on our cars, and now it's time to add some to my dad's Tacoma. We're gonna have a brand new set, as you can see here. Let me show you real quick. His lights are kind of old, they're faded. They're starting to get a little cracked, especially the corner lights here. So we wanna replace them and put brand new lights in there. We also have the matching fog lights here on the bottom and full set on the top. So I think it's gonna look great. You can see here on this side too, it's a lot more cracked, a lot of spider webbing, and basically this is just faded and old. So it is the right time to add some new headlights, and we have a brand new set of headlights thanks to the guys of Auxito LED here. This is how they came very well packaged. So we're gonna make sure we get them out of here and show you exactly what you're getting if you're gonna get this one. So join me as we swap the headlights on my dad's truck, and hopefully if you're thinking about picking up a set of this, I'm gonna leave you guys a promo code on the bottom and a link to these headlights. So if you decide to do this, please pick up a set from us. Helps the channel, helps us, doesn't cost you anything extra. All right, guys, so first things first is we're gonna get the brand new headlights out of the packaging, and everything came in this one box. We bought the whole kit basically, where we have brand new headlights, brand new corner lights, and brand new bumper lights, and everything came really well packaged. So big shout out to the guys there for sending this to us. Here we have your corner lights, nice and secure in here. So that's the first one. And then we have also the bumper lights here on this other one. So this is gonna be your matching bumper lights. We are going for the blackout look on the truck. I think it's gonna fit nicely with the white on it. And then further in, we're gonna have the actual headlights. So let me get these ones out of the way first. Corner lights, and then bumper lights. And then we are gonna move right into the headlights here. So let me show you this ones. There you have it. So these are gonna look great. I think they're gonna just ramp up basically the look of the truck. We are gonna have to adjust a little bit of this. We have your bracket here for adjusting. So make sure you put this in place nicely. Make sure you're not breaking any of this, because this is gonna adjust your headlights. You wanna make sure you point them the right way and everything. So we are pretty much good to start moving onto the truck, start taking the old stuff out, and then put these ones in place. And now that we have our headlights out of the packaging, we are ready to start tackling and removing the old ones from the truck. So to do this, you are gonna have to remove the grille, and this is a little bit tedious because there are about 5 clips on the top, I believe, and about 4 clips on the bottom, or I might be getting that wrong. It might be 5 clips on the bottom, 4 on the top, but we're gonna show you here real quick. So you might want to undo this bolt here. You have 1 Phillips, and then on the top here, we're going to have 1 clip. There's another one, 2, 3, and then 4. So that's the 4 of them that you want to undo on the top. They're going to be clips that you can undo with a Phillips. You basically just kind of push them down. Be careful, they're plastic, they're very fragile, so you don't want to break them. So just push down and then kind of pull on the grill. We're going to show you here in a bit. So you can kind of unhook them, and then you should be okay. All right, once you get those clips, there's gonna be, again, 4 right here on the top, and then make sure you undo the 2 Phillips on each corner, and then you're gonna see also 3 on the bottom part of the grill. The easiest way to see them is kind of through the top here, and then there's another one right on this side. And then to undo the corners, the easiest way you can go about this is basically if you pop the little cover here, this goes right over underneath the headlight here. You can pop it off, and then you'll have a little tab here. Push it this way, and you'll be able to release the grill from that part. And then we should be able to take the whole thing off. So let me just undo the other side really quick, and then we're gonna take the whole grill and bezel out of here. Let's do it. All right, so here we have the grill all the way out. If it does come out with these pieces attached, or if it doesn't come out with them attached, it's all gonna depend on basically if the piece back here is broken. As you can see here, it is broken on both of ours. They're all brittle. I mean, this looks to be basically the OEM Toyota corner lights. So, I mean, it's pretty good that they lasted this long, but they are super cracked, super all brittle, as you can see. So the tabs just broke off and then they came up by themselves. So these are the old ones. Let me put here the new one. So this is going to be the new one that we're going to be replacing it with. You can see the orange is also a little more bright. This looks basically yellow at this point. And then one thing you do need to switch from your old ones, and it's probably a good time to maybe upgrade as well to full LEDs, is going to be this little bulb holders for the lights. Basically everything that comes out of here, you will have to transfer this over to your new one. And again, probably a good time to just kind of upgrade to LED bulbs as well. That way you have a fresh, brand new look on the front, on the whole front. So let's start putting this back where they need to go, and we'll see how it looks all put back together. Let's do it. And right before we start putting the grill and the corner lights all together, basically what we're gonna do is you're gonna have 3 bolts that you need to take off. There's gonna be 2 nuts here. They're all 10 millimeters. So you have 2 on the side here, and then 1 right there. Take that one off, take this 2 off, and then we should be able to take this whole piece out. And then we're gonna come in and put our brand new one in place. So let's get them out. So you should have some H4 bulbs. Make sure you don't touch the bulb at all. You don't want to put fingerprints or anything on that. Otherwise, it might give you some issues later on. But basically, you should be able to unplug this from the back. Ours was like any of these old trucks that we've seen. Basically, they messed around with it a little bit. They have some cable coming out of here that shouldn't be there. So yours might not look like this. But you should be able to just unhook it. And then once you unhook it, remove this rubber plug on it. And you should have a small little lock, basically like this. It's a small little wire lock. You pop it out of place, and then you're able to take your whole bulb out of it. So make sure you don't touch this. So once you have it out, put it to the side, because we are going to reuse this on our new headlight here. So we are going to do the driver's side right now. So let's do it. New headlight, and then we're gonna do the same thing, remove the rubber one. You're gonna be able to put this the right way, because there's gonna be 2 small tabs and then 1 this way. So there's not a wrong way to put this down. Then once you have it in there, make sure you put the lock in place, and then it's all good. And now we're gonna put that rubber boot back on it. So once you have that in there, we are pretty much ready to put this back in place over here. So make sure you hook it up first, and then we're gonna start adding this to the sides, and then this one where it needs to go over here. There's a small tab here, and there's a hole right here that this tab needs to go into it and then hook that way, and then you're gonna be able to tighten this bolt in place. So once you have it hooked up where it needs to go there, make sure you're lining up the hole where it needs to go. Make sure you have your 2 bolts here, and then just start tying them back up. And then we are pretty much ready with this side, so we can do the passenger side, and then we can go into moving the grill and the corner lights where they need to go. right, so make sure you're switching your bulbs from the old one into this. Once you do, you are basically ready to put this back on the grill. There's this little tab here that broke on our original one, so make sure you're sliding it in the right spot, and then that's going to connect on the top here as well. There's really not a way to get this wrong in here. Just make sure you're adding it where it needs to go, make sure it's connecting right where it needs to go, and then you should be pretty much ready to kind of put this back in place. My dad added some blue LEDs in here. I wouldn't recommend that if you're gonna be using this on the road, but for off-roading, should be okay. We got our left side here also done as well. So the grill is basically ready to be put back in place, and we're gonna basically put it on just how we took it out. So we make sure all the tabs here on the top are lined up right. We make sure our tabs here on the bottom are also lined up the way they need to go. And then we're just gonna press it into place. Check it out, guys. So we have put everything back in place. Fairly easy, just a little tedious with those clips, but everything is here nice and neat. It kind of changed the look of the truck already. I mean, it looks so much better with the new headlights. Now, if you're wondering how would you adjust this in case they are sticking out or aligning way too far to the right, you see that little bolt right there, you would have to twist it around, and then it'll make you or allow you to basically twist this headlight in and out. That's how you'll adjust the headlights. As far as I know, that's the only adjusting bolt that you have on this side. You might be able to maybe adjust this top one here, but I would recommend starting with the other one first. That way you can kind of point them a little bit closer in or a little bit closer out. Right now, my dad's looks like they're kind of pointed out too much, so we are gonna have to twist that in, and that way point them a little bit closer to the middle of the road, so we're not blinding people on either side of the truck. And then same thing over here on the passenger side, you're gonna see that right there, right on the corner as well. So that's your adjusting bolt. Make sure you're moving that in case your headlights are just pointing out too crazy. The only thing we're missing now is gonna be the bumper lights, and those are super easy to put on and take off. So let me show you here in a bit. Actually, let me put this back in place. If you're not able to take this off, just as long as you move the clip here and are able to get this clip out of there, you might not even have to take this piece off. But if you do, just don't forget to put it back on. It should just clip in place and you're good to go. So let's move on to the bumper ones. And here you just have to get underneath. Underneath, basically, you're gonna have this, which you just press the sides of it. Get my hand in here. Press the sides of it, and you should be able to just pop it out. That's how easy it is to take this one out. So we're gonna take both of them out, have them here hanging, and replace them. Bumper lights are in place. Those are the easiest ones to install. So if you want to start with those, go ahead. But yeah, look at the truck. So much better. Brand new headlights, brand new bumper lights, blacked out everything. So there you have it, guys. Check out the new headlights, corner lights, and bumper lights by Auxito LED. Big shout out to them. Thank you so much, guys, for sending this over. This looked great on my dad's truck. I'm gonna turn on the lights here in a bit just so you guys see them light up, but we do have some blue bulbs on the corner ones. We're not gonna keep it that way. They're just way too blue. We don't wanna be in trouble with any loss like that. So we don't recommend that. Get yourself some nice amber LEDs. Get yourself some nice clear bulbs for your headlights, LED bulbs if you want to. The H4s are pretty good already as it is. And then get yourself some nice amber LEDs for the bottom bumper lights and you'll be good. Auxito LED will have everything for this. So if you guys want to check out their website, use my promo code and save yourself some extra money on this headlights and bulbs if you need to. They're gonna come out great. But yeah, let me turn it on real quick. So check it out. There you have them all on. Again, don't use those blue ones like we have here. This is just what we had in here. We were testing it out, but yeah, everything is working perfect. We are super happy with the look. This looks great. Big shout out to Auxito LED. Thank you so much for sending this over, guys. There you have it, guys. There's the new headlights. They're all in place. Everything is working great. My dad is gonna go ahead and switch some of those blue LEDs because they're a little blue. I'm sure there might be some trouble with the law on that, but if you're thinking about picking up a set, please check out the description below. We're gonna have a promo code and a link to these headlights. You can also check out all their LED bulbs if you're thinking about upgrading your bulbs at the same time, and then that way you're gonna have a fresh new look on your truck. I think they look great. They make the truck look a lot better compared to the old beat up ones, the old cracked up ones. So we are pretty happy with this. If you like what we're doing, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you're gonna keep up with everything we're doing. So check out our channel below, and then hopefully we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye. All right, guys, so there you have it. There's the headlights. Let me know what you guys think on the comments.